Information soaked inside the mind. Wisdom, experience, we're focused on your grind. Understanding comprehension through the quotes and all lines. And respect that should be given to your folks at all times. Expect to be amazed with what I'm posting online. From the funky instrumentals to my logos and designs. Message on the garment, plus it comes with hard rhymes. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and respect at all times.
For those that don't know, my name is Tracy the Great, and I purchased 15 acres of land with the mission to build my own small ecosystem / homestead off-grid for me and my family to be free from this quote-unquote American dream. I've expanded my focus from providing healing products to the people to teaching them how to heal themselves and be self-sufficient from buying land and growing their own food and herbs. This Western system don't want you to know this, but growing your own food and herbs is literally like printing your own money. Instead of relying on genetically modified foods from these grocery stores or trusting these pharmaceutical companies for treatment, you can literally take matters into your own hands like I did. If this the type of time you on, stop wasting time and fall in line. Hit the link below and come learn some more. Peace and blessings.
You turn around and you could see the building. Like, we could not see our building yesterday, and now we can walk to it or even drive up to it. So that's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
We put in work yesterday, y'all.
We did. We definitely did.
These are my Georgia Southern collard greens, and every time I post these on the internet, people are always like, do you get bugs on your collards? And yes, I do get bugs on my collards. I tend to organically garden, and so when you are organically gardening, you try to use methods that don't rely on chemicals. So I do a lot of companion planting to help me keep the bugs away, but from time to time I do get bugs, and I'm going to show y'all exactly what they look like. Here are some of the leaves from my baby collard plants. I just pulled these leaves off because they had so many holes on them, but you can see right here, there's a worm. Up here, there's a worm. And down here, there's a worm. Now, if you have holes and stuff in your collards or your cabbage plants, it's probably worms like what you see here. Here's a better depiction of the holes. And again, if you have holes like this in your cabbage, your collard, your lettuce, your spinach, it's probably those little worms. And I'm going to show you exactly what you can use. If you confirm that it's a worm or a caterpillar, this is going to be the product that I recommend. Now, this is Monterey BT, Bacillus thuringiensis. I'm going to have this product linked below, specific for worms or caterpillars. What happens with this is it gets in the digestive tracts of the worm or the caterpillar, and over a couple of days, they will become unalive from ingesting this. Now, this particular one requires mixing, so you have to mix it with water and then spray it on the plant. I apply this on the plant from the rooter to the tutor, okay? for at least 3 to 4 days until I notice that the holes are gone. Now, I recommend that you try to actually take the leaves that have the caterpillars off of the plant or remove the caterpillars themselves from the plant and then spray it down in the evenings with this. Now, this one is concentrated, but here's one that is ready to use. This one is ready to use. This is the Captain Jack's BT. Again, Bacillus thuringiensis, ready to use. You don't have to mix with this one. You just spray it from the rooter to the tutor of the plant. I recommend that you apply either one of these in the evening time. So when the sun is getting ready to go down, apply this and then do it for a couple of days in a row. And then you should notice that the worm or the caterpillar is going to go away. Both products are specific for worms and caterpillars only. So hopefully if you're having holes in your green leafy vegetables and you know that it's worms or caterpillars, these products will be really beneficial to you, especially if organically gardening is something that's important for you.
Hey y'all, it's been hotter than the devil's drawers outside and the garden has been struggling to stay hydrated. Hence the reason you see me playing in a bucket of okra water. I'm going to show you how to make your own so you can keep your plants happy. The first thing you're going to need is okra. I use oversized okra, so I have plenty of it because I forget to pick the okra every other day like I'm supposed to. Once you have the okra, get your bucket, a knife, and bring all your okra in one spot. Then you're going to give it a rough chop. Going to chop it up because we need to release that mucilage out of the okra. So we're going to put that okra in a bucket. All of it goes over in a bucket as much as you can. All right, and we're going to fill that bucket up with water. Again, we need that water to release the mucilage out of the okra. Now, I'm saying mucilage. I don't know that that's the correct way to pronounce that, but don't be a smart ass and correct me, okay? Just go with it. All right. After 24 hours, you're going to come back and you're going to have this. You're going to have slime galore. All right? That's the good stuff. We're going to take that and we're going to water our garden with it. Mind you, the garden has already been watered. What we need now is the mixture, the okra water, to go over the top of the soil to lock in that moisture. That mucilage, all that slime you see coming down, right? That's going to stop the evaporation from coming out of the soil. And that's what we need in this heat. Yes, we have mulch. Yes, we have straw down. But as you know, that Alabama heat don't play, okay? When the sun say it's going down, it's going down. It's going to come, it's going to evaporate everything. We want that mucilage from the okra to perform like a protective barrier over the top and stop all that evaporation, keep that soil moist. Look at my chickens eating up that okra. I took the rest of the okra water and took it over to the big garden. I'm going to give my squash some of that okra water too. All right? And that's me in front of my okra forest. Y'all be safe out there. It's hot.
At this point, it's hard to deny that there is a mass migration back to rural America, where people are trading in status for freedom, where people are trading in conveniences and luxuries for freedom. This is a beautiful thing, but as you begin to research for your own personal property, I would encourage you to check out the mineral rights, and more importantly, look into your water rights. Why, you may ask? Because water is more valuable than oil right now. When you look at all of your agricultural farmers being pressed out of the industry, whether it's your cattle ranchers, whether it's your soybean farmers, whether it's the removal of your immigrant workers so that the farmers are not able to have access to the workload that they typically would, because you know and I know most Americans aren't going to go work on a farm. And these farmers are being pressed into bankruptcy. Many major corporations are coming in and purchasing up this property. Now you may ask, why would a major corporation want hundreds of thousands and in some cases millions of acres of farmland? It's impossible to farm that much land. Yes, I agree. But it's not impossible to drill down and tap into that water aquifer and pump that reliable source of water to a major city like Dallas, Texas. The gold rush is water, brothers and sisters. Preserve your water rights. If you want to learn more about land and property ownership, I would encourage you to check out the book, How to Buy Land When You're Broke and Build a Family Farm. Click the shop button below and you can get your copy. I think everybody has noticed that there is a mass migration back to rural America, where people are starting to take their own food securities into their own hands. They're tired of paying the inflated prices inside of the cities, living stacked up on top of one another, coupling that with the immense HOA fees that people pay, and you can't even grow a garden in your backyard. They're turning off food stamps on people, or at least they're threatening to. We're living in a financial and an economical crisis. You need to be able to control your own food securities and also your water securities in a time of need. If that is you and you're tired of the situation that everybody's dealing with, I would encourage you guys to educate yourself on land and property ownership and start to look to move to more rural areas, or at least move to areas that you can start to control your food supplies. For what many of you guys are paying inside of the city, the truth is you could actually own your own property, have your own animals, and be out of a less monthly payment than what you're paying inside of many of these major cities. If that's you and you want to learn more about land and property ownership, I would encourage you to check out the book, How to Buy Land When You're Broke and Build a Family Farm. You don't have to be a multimillionaire. You don't have to be in the best financial situation to be able to control your food securities. And the truth is that's the way that it should be. Click the shop button below and you can get your copy.
Now, y'all remember how I said that you probably are mineral deficient, aka sick, because you eat mineral deficient food? Baby, let's go a little deeper, because I think it's probably because you're eating from mineral deficient soil. And y'all, I done found the secret weapon to thriving plants. Baby, organic plant magic. Because, baby, OPM got over 55 trace minerals, macro and micronutrients, with millions of beneficial microorganisms. And you know I told y'all about that. You know I told you, but see, I told you about the compost. If you don't have time, it's got everything you need. Organic plant magic, fast-acting, soluble plant food. Soluble just means you put it into water and it goes straight to the roots. It's not granulated, although they do have a granulated one. This one is not granulated. Who? Because we got options. So if you're using this one, it will be 1 tablespoon per gallon of soil, okay? But if you want to mix her in water, it will be 1 tablespoon per gallon of water. Now, my tablespoon might not be your tablespoon. My tablespoon might be a little heavy. But either way, get you 1 tablespoon. Put it right on in there. And then you put your plant. That's all you got to do. Get your pot. Now, this is my parsley, because it's getting cold outside. I'm going to go ahead and put it outside. Make sure you get that organic plant magic all good and around her. Put her in, you see? And then we're going to water her in, because we want this plant food to go all the way down to the root. So let's water her in. And that's all you got to do. And I feel like they know us gardeners so well, because, honey, they done gave us a shaker. Baby, they done gave us a shaker to feed the garden with. They know we like to season something. And it's safe for you, it's safe for the kids, it's safe for pets, it's safe for everybody. That's how you know it's organic. Y'all, don't forget, feed your soil all year round. Don't just feed your soil when it get warm outside and you want to go out there and throw some seeds. No, baby, that ain't how it works. Baby, your soil is living, and organic plant magic is going to help it. So y'all make sure you get you some.
I got a real asking of all my partners who've been really watching the movement and watching us not only teach people at our farm, but you've been watching us install food production plots, 10 by 10 food production plots in people's backyards. You've now seen us go to farms and assisting farmers through a mutual aid initiative. And all of this is very necessary for where we are right now. And I believe that the strongest thing we can do as a collective is really teach each other. And the people who have the know-how, I really hope that this message reaches you well, because we need your help. We need your help. If you know how to grow food, you know how to work the soil, you know how to grow in pots, you know how to raise animals, you know how to bake bread, we need you to join this civilian brigade of education. That's all we are. We're organized education, because we understand that if we want to come up out of the grasp of oppression, we have to take our own responsibility squarely on our shoulders, and we can't ask our oppressor to feed us either. All right, in order for us to really exit this system, we have to really do it in a calculable, structured way. And food, clothing, hygiene, all those things are very much necessary. And we're saying that collectively, we have all the skills and all the resources that we need. We just need to unify. We just need to organize. So we're asking you, if you have any said skills, to join Collectively Sustainable, and with the intention to stand up in your own community with your hand up high and say, hey, I know how to do this, and I'm willing to hold space once a month for people to come and shadow me or come learn a structured lesson on fill in the blank. That's all we're asking. Your membership is $60 for the year or $7 a month. And again, that's just a sign of solidarity. If you're interested in joining, even if you don't have the capacity to teach, if you're interested in joining the movement to show that solidarity, and then you're intentional about learning how to do some of these things that are necessary for us to collectively sustain, join the movement. www.collectivelysustainable.org. You want to download the Heartbeat Chat app first, and then go to collectivelysustainable.org, click on the membership invitation, and fill out the form from there, and you'll be introduced into the community. And we're hoping to inspire you to do the exact same thing that we're doing here in Atlanta, in your city.
$40 million black people in America are the role models for 1.8 billion black people in the world. When we say something's cool, it's cool in Tibet. When we say something's a dud, it's a dud in North Korea. We have mastered culture, community, and cool and creativity, yes or no? So now all we have to do is switch, become bilingual, and master capitalism, commerce, and a new community. Don't go from rocking the mic to owning it. So I want you just to shift your brain. In other words, you are the capital. You already have what you need. When you walk in a room, you are unique. Everybody wants to be you, except they don't want to be black.
The black man in America is the most copied man on this planet, bar none. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question?